I gotta take my glasses off. There's no way. I'm not. Don't talk to me like that. Don't speak to me in that fashion. Did you send me the shashing? The shashing, please. What happened to the intro? Was that my fault? I do apologize. I don't pay attention to half of that. We are gonna update that though. Wednesday? I feel better. What's going on, beautiful people? How's everybody doing? I don't know what's going on with the intro. Not even like a little bit. My vision is terrible because I had my glasses on all day because I just wanted to give my contacts a break. And bad idea. Everything got blurry. Let's get to today's show. Okay, I just want to be honest before we start because it's one of the topics that I had to say. I just had to add to today's show. I think A Boogie's going through a midlife crisis. Just saying. Let's get to today's show. I can't even play the song, but I'm going to play the song because what are they going to tell me? No. Let's get into today's show. It's been I was going to say beefy. Pause. Hold on. Let K-Dot do it.
I see dead people. Nothing on that beat, nope. Aye, monster on the beat, ho, beat, beat, rap, nigga, be a free throw, man down, call like ambulance, tell him breathe, bro, nail a nigga to the cross, he walk around like Tizo. What's up with these jabroni ass niggas trying to see Compton? The industry can hate me, fuck them all and they mama. How many options you really got? I mean, it's too many options. I'm finna pass on this body,
if
I'm
you're not riding with
Stockton.
K-Dot, you just disconnect.
Beat your ass and hide the Bible if God watching. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. Certified boogeyman, I'm the one that up to score with him. Walking down whole
That
time,
boy
I know he got some
Kendrick
hoe in him. Hold on him,
stupid.
start shit, really that flow on him. Say Drake, I hear you like I'm young. You better not ever go to cell block 1. To any bitch that talk to him and they in love, just make sure you hide your little sister from him. They tell me Chubb's the only one that get your hand-me-downs. He party at the party playing with his nose now. And Baka got a weird case, why is he around? Certified lover boys, certified pedophiles. Wop, 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 wop. That fuck him up. Wop, 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 wop. I'ma do my stuff. Why you trolling like a bitch, ain't you tired? Tryna strike a chord and it's probably A minor. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
It's gangbanging
They
shit.
not like us. They not like us. They not like us. You think the Bay gon' let you disrespect Pop, nigga? I think that Oakland show gon' be on that
It's
stop, nigga. Big cold foul.
Kasabian. Hold up.
Some bird bitches go.
Kasabian Lavoe.
I can go further, I promise. Ain't that something? P-Rest stands for bitch, and you Malibu most wanted. Ain't no law, boy, you ball.
All right. I'm gonna cut it off. I'm coming. Yo. I love this. What's going on, beautiful people? My name is Kasabian Lavoe. Welcome back to the Kasabian Lavoe Show. We are live from Las Vegas. I will be your host with talent on loan from God. My name is. I already said the name part. It's been 2 weeks. I was very, very sick, and I decided that in order for me to come back, I had to get my health all the way right. I was literally stuck to my asthma machine. And for anybody out there that knows how bad it is to be on a nebulizer, it sucked. And it was a long 2 weeks, almost 3 weeks. I feel better, and I'm ready to talk about this beef. And there's a lot of things that have occurred with this beef. I can't even... I'm just so excited that it happened the way it happened. But I got a problem. And this is me maybe because this is just me being me. I hate Drake. My name's Kasabian with a K, and I'm shorter than him. So if he called me Little K or Little Drake or whatever the fuck he called Kendrick, I flatten his tires. It's real gangbanging shit though, real shit. And I'm riding with K-Dot. I don't know what you thought. Just because I kind of look like Drake doesn't mean that I'm Puerto Rican, but I grew up out here. I grew up out like really, really out here. So this shit is awesome to watch. But again, we got a lot of things going on. Let's just let's get into today's show. Let's have some fun. Shout out to Kendrick. Shout out to TDE. Shout out to you know who you are. That's from that time. We were different. And I respect Kendrick Lamar a lot. From the time that he came out here with his brothers in that van and performed on Spring Mountain, and to see who he is today, he made it. It's different. This respect. He's not to play with. They call him Kung Fu Kenny for a reason. Like, he's really about it. And, oh man, we'll get into it. We'll get into it. Okay. We got a lot of topics. We got a lot of stuff. There's fighting. There's bare knuckle boxing. There's raps. I mean, it's literally, there's Vegas news. There's so much. It's been so long. It's been too long since you've been gone. Just give me a song for being gone. Suck at this. Anyway, you just stop. Why'd you even participate? What song was that? There's no such song. Let's get into today's topics. First, ChatGPT writes the intro, and then we do the show. So let's see what the robots wrote for us today, because I'm telling you, a couple weeks ago, the robots were like mad barefooty. No, wild, right? But let's get into it. And what's going on, beautiful people? Welcome back. Welcome to the Kasabian Lavoe show, where we dive into the pulse of pop culture with a twist. Tonight's lineup is as electric as ever. From A Boogie with the hoodies, midlife revelations, to Sony's blockbuster acquisition. This might be a fucking lie. I am so sorry, and I'm trying to be better at using bad words at the wrong time. I might have made this part up, but I read somewhere that Sony bought Paramount for a whopping 13 billion doll hairs. That is so many doll hairs. We'll explore the latest in tech, and it's not tech. I don't know why you thought that was tech. Cloud seeding is a real thing. Lightly discuss cloud seeding. A heartwarming story about Steve Will Do It adopting Tekashi 6ix9ine's kids and family. Sports royalty reigns as Canelo asserts his dominance, while Ryan Garcia undergoes this odd rebrand and then is gonna be called a cheater in between the whole What the Devin Haney has to stop. Anyway, Devin Haney's a menace. Just leave him alone already. This is ridiculous. And from the world of entertainment, Netflix is doing live events, and they're doing them good. I mean, like, good. The first one that I saw was Cat Williams, and no offense to David Chow or David Cho. Never watched the show, dog. My bad. Cat Williams live, that was amazing. Also, Tom Brady, I'm watching it. Didn't get to watch it yesterday. My apologies. Tom Brady's roast. Honestly, fit for a legend. I appreciate Tom Brady just like that much more. I don't care for sports. Don't judge me. I really grew up in the streets. When we was talking about pitching, we was talking about moving work. I can't really do sports, okay? And one shit like that, but don't ask for much off of that. I don't care about routes. I work out to not die. I don't work out or be athletic to do sports. I just want to be able to, like, I don't know, get out of my house if there's a fire. Help my family if there's a fire. Flip a car over if I gotta save a baby. These are the reasons why I work out. I don't work out to fucking run and play. My son wants to play soccer. I don't think he does. I think he just wants to be a content creator, and because he sees I Show Speed and all them talk about it, he wants to play soccer. He's gonna hate that shit. We're Puerto Rican. We love certain sports. Not all sports, but good for you, dude. Anyway, my bad. I'm sorry. I swear to God, it doesn't make any sense to me. I watched the Tom Brady doc on HBO, I think it was, and it was pretty dope. So I appreciate who he is. Plus, we'll discuss the ongoing saga of Kendrick and Jake in the ever-evolving landscape of hip-hop. But what glitters is not all the time gold. Omi's back in the news. He's my favorite. Omi with the Hellcat is getting sued by Nike because he made shoes that look just like the Nikes. Did you see them? We have a picture. I'm not going to show that. They look. How did he think at any point in time it was a good idea to replicate the world's biggest sneaker? Anybody. Anyway, I'm so sorry. Honestly. Tesla, I'm sorry, Gilbert. This might strike a chord. Hopefully not A minor. Tesla laid off 700 Nevadans. Always reminding us that there's grit behind all the glamorous stories. There's a lot of Nevada news, Nevada and Vegas news, and I definitely like to get into it. Stay tuned as we unravel the threads of all the newly Las Vegas news, because Las Vegas is growing every day, folks. From Mike Perry's BFK. Did you know that Mike Perry was an owner of the BFK? I did not. To the sobering foreclosure ranking. This is the Kasabian Lavoe show, where every headline has a story and every story has a voice. My name is Kasabian, and Lavoe means the voice. Let's get into it. Now, A Boogie with the Hoodie was in France. While A Boogie was in France, he walked up to a door with a bottle in hand and tried to enter a club. During that altercation, there was a lot of running, some screaming. I heard a mon ami, bitch, and then somebody threw a bottle and mess. Then I just saw a video right before the show kept breaking. It stopped breaking. Where's the breaking news button? Still got it. God threw me off. Right before the show, A Boogie with the Hoodie was at JFK trying to slap box with somebody. You're famous. You can't do that. The fuck are you doing? Do better. Kevin Hart's not good at roasting, by the way. Pause. I don't know if that's a pausable moment. Pause. Kevin Hart says bad words like little kids. I've realized the older I get, Kevin Hart's not that funny. As a roaster, he just said bad words at the wrong times. He's like, Tom Brady, fucking shit, Tom Brady, fuck you, bitch. Like, it was weird. There should be better writers for Kevin Hart while doing a live roast. And maybe if he was inebriated, I don't know. I can't even say. I don't think he was. I just think it was just horrible writing for Kevin. Kevin Hart shouldn't have that bad of writing. There's no fucking way. People forgot that in Vegas, in Red Rock, right here behind my home, there are cloud seeding machines. These cloud seeding machines have increased the moisture and increased the rain by 10% in the town. Lake Mead has suffered so much from all the marijuana growing in Colorado, and that's why Lake Mead is dry, because of all the weed, if you didn't know. I probably made that up too. That's probably not real, but that's basically what I hypothesized, because around the same time that they started growing marijuana in Colorado, everything ran dry. So now we have cloud seeding machines in Red Rock, and those machines put water in the air and then they make it rain. And they've literally changed the weather of our city. It rains all the time. But it's not as bad as Dubai, where it rains so much they cause the flood. We don't got it like that. Ours is like little itty bitty ones. There's 5 of them behind my house. It's not fake. It's a thing. So if you live in Las Vegas and you're wondering, why is it raining so much? Or how come around 2 o'clock every afternoon in the northeast corner by that Summerlin mountain that goes like this, there's always a thing of clouds? It's a thing. It's a thing. When I heard Steve Will Do It is adopting Tekashi 6ix9ine's kids, I thought that it was a joke. I didn't think that that was real, and I don't think that that is, I don't think that's going to end well for 6ix9ine. I don't know what it's going to do to Steve Will Do It, but it's not going to end well for 6ix9ine, especially because Steve Will Do It is really doing this out of spite, I think. I don't know. I don't get what the beef is, but he keeps on saying, I don't like how Steve says black women. It just bothers me. Like, it really fucking irks me when Steve goes, he's spending money to fuck black girls. I'm not alone in this. Am I alone in this? Do y'all feel like that? Who feels that that's weird when he says it like that? Like, the tone, for me, I don't care what you say, but how you say it means so much to me. The disdain. What's wrong with you? Steve Will Do It dressed up like a Mexican and took 6ix9ine's kids to Disneyland or Disney World. Oh, my bad. It's only because he got the money. Anyway, I don't know. That shit's weird. Last weekend was Cinco de Mayo. Actually, it was yesterday last weekend. Why did I say it like that? Yesterday was Cinco de Mayo. It's been a lot of Star Wars jokes in the corporate world. I didn't realize how many people have never watched Star Wars but make weird-ass Star Wars jokes. Just being honest. If you don't know Star Wars, I have it on VHS. I have Willow on VHS. Don't judge me. I like movies. But anyway, the Star Wars jokes are ridiculous. I have a hole in my transmission like that big because a motor mount broke. And I had to take it to a mechanic because I don't have the proper tools to fix that transmission with the hole like that big on Cinco de Mayo weekend. He told me he couldn't fix it, so I used duct tape. It's running fine. There's smoking sometimes. It'll be all right. So what if I have 6 cars? That's the one that I like. Don't judge me. I do think that Netflix live events are pretty awesome. And before we get into that, let's finish up boxing and get into BFK. I have a BFK story that I want to get into, but I do want to say one thing about BFK outside of the story that we're going to cover today. I think it's one of the most interesting sports that is going to grow a lot faster than I would have thought it would. The only reason I say that BFK is surprising me, first off, is that when it was first announced, I thought it was completely outrageous. The amounts that fighters are getting paid to fight must be, I mean, it's got to be good. And the only reason I say that is because like the top fighters that have retired or left UFC or left other high-ranking promotions are more than willing to go get a tooth knocked out or get punched in the face and get a real bad cut or get a concussion off a fist in the head from Mike Perry. But it's so big that when it first started, it was like backyard brawl, 30, 40. No, not, I can't lie. It's probably like 10,000 people. They had a solid 30 something thousand, 20 something thousand people. It looked good. It's like people are going out. It's a growing sport. It looks awesome. And for Conor McGregor to stamp it and become an owner of the company, that's fucking amazing. Shout out to them. We'll talk about that. And shout out to Mike Perry. Mike Perry is dope. And I think that Mike Perry is one of my homeboys from high school's brother. And if he's not, I've always thought he was. And this whole time I've been rooting him on because I thought that was Tony Perry's brother. And me and Tony Perry used to get fucked up in the back of his Mazda 5 all the time. And I said, Tony, your little brother one day is going to be a great UFC fighter. Tony never had a little brother, but his last name is Perry. So this guy has to be his brother. It's science, if you didn't know that. The Tom Brady roast was funny. I haven't watched all the way yet, but I've watched about 45 minutes. It was funny. I feel bad for that quarterback that came before him. That guy, man, they booed him. They're like, boo. And then Kevin was like, Drew. That was the only thing that was funny. I feel bad for the comedians that are not going to be able to get their shit off. Tony Hinchcliffe, I've seen him in the crowd. I'm excited to see what he does. I think Tony's a spectacular comedian. I like Netflix Live. I think it's awesome. I also would like for the boxing match that's coming to Netflix Live to not be Mike Tyson. And I know, just hear me out. I don't want Mike Tyson's first murder charge to be live on Netflix. But that's just me. How about Ryan Garcia's rebrand? Like, it's really nice to see Ryan Garcia clean up his whole act and then starting to get accused of cheating and taking steroids. And Devin Haney hasn't spoken straight since he got the shit beat out of him that day. Devin Haney lost about 4 molars and 6 lateral incisors. I don't even know how many lateral incisors you have in your mouth. But I'm pretty sure if Devin Haney had 6, he lost 4 of them bitches. Just saying. It's pretty bad in there. Pause. What else happened? I've missed doing this. I've had so much to get off of my chest. What else is going on? Okay. Is that everything? Can I get into the stories? All right, let's get into the stories. We got some stories. So Omi and the Hellcat was like, Ami, I don't know how to say his name. I have a complex that my name was never said right my entire life. So I don't know how to say anybody's name right. Don't judge me. It's Kasabian Lavoe. Even the machine says it wrong. It blows me away. I have to manually type it in. Omi with the Hellcat. Hellcat, he was un gordito from Philly that you know the fire sticks. You know Cody. Gilly, you know Cody, right? Cody. He did Cody. That's illegal. You can't do that, stupid. And then he did Cody and made millions of dollars, like crazy money. But then he went on YouTube and started telling everybody that wasn't a good idea. The feds got him for all his money and all his cars and then all his money again and all his cars again because he went to jail, came back, and then they got his ass again. In between time, he decided that he was going to come up with the, I got to make sure I say these words right. In the meantime, he decided that he was going to have a joint venture in which he designed sneakers that looked identical to Nike. Not just any Nikes. No, Nike. Like, no S, just Nike. He literally looked at Nike and just said, we're going to do everything they do. Swear to God. It was, why would you do that when the feds are watching you? It just tells you a lot about the person's character. Stories at a complex. The legal saga between Nike and Bill Omar Cash. What the fuck is his name? Omi and a Hellcat. Better. Oh, well, there it is. Start that again. 3, 2, 1. The legal saga between Nike and Omi and a Hellcat over trademark infringement claims have reached its conclusion. On Friday, Judge Victor Morano in New York granted a default judgment to Nike against Omi of Reloaded Merch LLC, ordering him to pay the brand $8 million for damages, promoting, copying, and selling its copycat. Oh my God, bro. Air Jordan 1s, Nike Dunk sneakers. Bro, they copied every Dunk, literally colorways and everything, and just put like a little squiggly line instead of a check. News of the filings was first reported by Sneaker Legend on Instagram. Per court orders, documents, lawyers. See, this is where it really gets interesting to me. When this was happening, they said, this ain't a big deal. Like, Omi came out and was like, we're not copying them. They literally were. But he's like, no, we're not. But his attorneys are, they're probably his attorneys are probably the best attorneys available. I'm just being completely frank. They got to be the best attorneys completely available, because if you're worth $300 million, there's no fucking way your attorney looked at your shoe and said, this doesn't look just like the Nike. Anyway, the lawyers for Omi's withdrew from the case as his counsel in February after the designer failed to pay the outstanding balances that he owed. In March, the courts guaranteed his counsel motion to withdraw, which eventually led to default judgment, ruling against Omi. The court also ruled that the designer has been barred from making, promoting, and selling his... They're not Jordans. They're just like, they are the ones. It's like the Jordan 1s, the classic retro. They're red and white. It's OD. Anyway, he's not able to ever sell those shoes again, and I think he's still in jail. And the other day, his girl, not that long ago, I guess found out that he was poking a few other chicks, and she took all his money and then said, keep it, fat man, and left. Okay, I don't think she said that. I'm sorry. I thought that shit was funny, though, because he was like, I'm going to give you all my money because I love you. And the reasons that I give you all this money is not because I was paying all them bitches. It's just because I love you. Stupid idiot. Don't make sneakers that look just like Nike sneakers. Like, that's really outrageous. And the nerve that someone would have to sit there and try to promote a sneaker that looked like the world's most prolific sneaker. Like, let's keep it a Billy. Nike has made the most. The Jordan 1? Oh my God. It's like a fucking Charizard. Like, are you kidding me? No. Fuck out of here. You ain't gonna copy Charizard and just be cool with it. Oh my God. You guys, I got a simulator because I'm tired of breaking real cars in real life. I just got a problem with breaking cars, bro. It's just... So I bought a race car simulator after I saw Joe Rogan's. Mine is definitely not that cool. Mine was like $40. It doesn't even move or anything. Sometimes when I get excited, it moves. But oh my God, how fun is it to drive in Forza? Somebody said you got to say Forza like you're from Barcelona. Did you know that people in Barcelona talk like this because one of their kings had a lip and he spoke like that, so they thought that was the right way you're supposed to speak because he's a king. So his speech impediment is the reason why a whole country speaks this way. So I heard it was Forza. I didn't know that, but I love playing Forza, and I have mad cars, and if you want to race, pinks only, and square up because I'm out here. I'm in Mexico, actually, so if you're not in Mexico, come Gilbert, square up your car, bro. Square up your car. I saw you driving some Geo Metro. I think I did like 6 donuts around you, bro, and dipped off. Get right, son. All right, where were we? MMAfighting.com, I think it is, or just MMA Fighting. This is a promotion that I found that had the Mike Perry story because I wanted to make sure that I covered it. MMA Fighting. Mike Perry has a new promoter after Conor McGregor became part owner of BKFC. But that doesn't mean that the bare knuckle fighting between them is off the table. That's right. Mike Perry wants to fight Conor McGregor, which actually may be a bad fight for Conor unless Conor can really pull this off. I don't know. Conor McGregor is a very unique fighter. I don't know if I want to see him in bare knuckle. I wouldn't mind it. I think he has to fight a couple people in UFC. I think his crew, I don't know if it's going to be him and Diaz or him and Holloway. But one of those fights will be Mayweather's last fight in the UFC, and it's going to be well warranted and a good watch. I would still love to see Mike Perry and, yeah, just one good bare knuckle fight. And I think a few UFC guys need to come on over and just jump into that bare knuckle fighting and just get to it. Let's make some bread. But here was a quote from Mike himself. Excuse me. It's great to have the noise, Mike Perry told MMA Fighting of McGregor joining the promotion because no one markets quite like Conor. Even when he made the announcement, the video was flashy. The video was a little flashy. It was flashy. It was pretty dope. The thing that really surprised me was that during his interview, he goes on to say, but I want it to be known that I am my own boss and I am also part owner of BKFC. And I love this kid, bro. Like, Mike Perry has become my favorite fighter since leaving the UFC. And I'm here doing homework. So maybe me and Conor fight could happen. I'm excited to even know that that's in the works. Even if it's like whispers of it, all it takes is someone to spark interest. If there's enough money behind it, I see Conor doing it. I know Mike will do it. I don't see him not doing it. I don't know about betting. Teach me about betting. I don't know nothing about that. I live in Vegas forever, and I don't know how to bet. It scares the shit out of me. So if anybody, I told you I gotta stop cussing randomly. But if anybody wants to teach me how to bet, like for real, teach me. Teach me how to Dougie, but teach me how to bet. Can I say something about this whole Kendrick Lamar beef and Drake beef? There's a lot of news podcasters that are covering this, and it's weird. I haven't covered it yet. I'm gonna get into it at the end of the show. Because as a hip-hop fan, this should be spoken to with hip-hop fans, and then people that are, I don't know, I guess y'all hip-hop fans too. It's just weird. Like, I don't know. I can't say that I don't like it. I just think it's odd. I don't know. I don't talk about weird, news stories. I don't talk about people getting killed and stories like that. Those are for other shows. We don't cover those types of news stories here. And when it comes to hip hop, I don't like hearing it from certain places. I just don't. Just being frank. Can I be Kasabian? I don't like being frank. I don't even know where the fuck that came from. It's just weird. This Kendrick and Drake beef, this is exactly where it needs to be. And it's none of your business if you don't understand it. That's all I got to say about that. There's a lot of Las Vegas news that I want to get into. So let's talk about it. The housing market in Las Vegas is one of the most interesting housing markets in the country. The LA and California market, someone will say is the most volatile, and they can only give you predictions for that day. With Las Vegas, we've experienced ups and downs and ebbs and flows that no one's ever been able to really track this. I mean, they've tracked it, but I mean, there's really nothing that they've been able to do to guide us in the right direction. You kind of have to just wait the storm out and hope that when you go fishing, you catch. Houses have doubled. Some have even tripled. Values of these homes are not that, and appraisals are starting to affect a lot of things. But foreclosures are starting to affect a lot of things. We're definitely not at the volatile levels of 2007 and 2008, but we're getting there. And unfortunately, inflation has slowed down, but it doesn't seem to be affecting anybody here in Las Vegas. With every list of highest somethings, Las Vegas is on the list, if not top 3, top 5. How can anybody survive in our small little town? This town was our little secret, but making 6 figures here is a joke now. It's not fun anymore. To say that Vegas is not going to experience an interesting correction is, I think that's a small statement, but I don't know what it looks like. So I don't like to talk about it, but I can give these small little bits and pieces, and you can put this together yourself and let me know what you see. I see houses that cost too much. I see mortgages that are too high. I see food that's too expensive. I see cars that are too expensive, and I don't see jobs paying people shit. My son had his first job interview today. Proud dad moment. Where are my teardrops? This side? This side. Yeah, man, watch out. Proud dad moment. My kids do whatever they want to do. Type, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't, damn, that's a terrible thing to say. They don't do whatever they want. I beat the shit out of my kids. They did anything they want to do. But I took the brunt of everything and anything that they would ever never have to do. Does that make sense? I went to check cash in places so that my kids would never in their life have to step foot in one. Title loans, they will never, ever have to step foot in one. Food stamps, my kids will never need food stamps. As long as I'm alive, I'll work for them. That's just how I made them. I'll take care of them. And I'm proud to say that my kids can do whatever they want. It's a blessing. They don't need to have the problems that we had. It's dope to see my son going for a job and he's proud of himself. I'm proud of him, and all I can do is guide him and give him knowledge as to what to expect. I need him to have a regular job before just going out and reaping the fruits of investments that have been made for their future. You can't be rich without going through it. And it ain't even about being rich, it's about being comfortable. Like, life is tough right now because shit got super expensive. But I feel like if I increase everything, it's going to make it harder for them to really, this shit is hard to navigate as an adult parent. I got a 5-year-old. You know how hard it is to have conversations with 19 and 18-year-olds and a 5-year-old? It breaks your brain. Vegas is special. That's all. Damn. Vegas is super special. I'm proud of my son, Jordan, and my daughter, Sariana, is going out for her job interview. Shout out to my babies. I love y'all. And my babies are the best. Stories out of News 3 LV. Anyone who owned a home during the 2007 housing crisis remembers how scary it was back then, with so many families losing their homes to foreclosures. The blue tape. It was blue tape on everybody's door, and everybody's just getting kicked out of their houses. It was nasty. Cash for keys was a big thing. A lot of squatters. That was a huge thing. Now housing analysis are starting to see a foreclosure uptick once again. And unfortunately, Las Vegas is at the tip of that financial sphere. We're always at the tip because people come here from ginormous California thinking that little itty bitty Vegas is a whole state. It's not. It's tiny here. Leave us alone. First, and California has decreased the amount of Californians that have come here thanks to Joe Rogan. They've gone to Texas. First, it's important to mention that our situation right now is nothing close to the foreclosure crisis that we saw during the Great Recession. Yes, we are going through unheard of inflation, Biden economics. Everybody's broke, but just because 2,000 houses are completely foreclosed doesn't mean that we're as bad as 2007. According to, I'm not giving away that website, which analyzes real estate marketing data from across the nation, about 1 in every 2,200 homes in Nevada is now in foreclosure. This is the highest. Oh, shit. Really? Well, we're higher than anyone in the nation. Nice. Good job, Vegas. Among metropolis areas with more than 200,000 people, Las Vegas ranks 4th in the U.S. with just under 1,800 homes in foreclosure. Las Vegas is also number 1 among cities with more than 1 million people. What? That's how y'all just gonna leave the story? All right, here's some more Vegas news. Food's costing a whole bunch more. I'm sorry, that was a bit loud. You want to know how much food's costing today? Let's talk about it. 8 News now. The average Nevada household spends almost $300 a week on groceries. We're spending about $5. Just mids. Just some on mids. My Walmart Plus has been the dopest. I love Walmart Plus. If I don't get a sponsorship deal from Walmart Plus moving forward, I'm going to have an attitude. I use Walmart Plus every day. It's become a habit. The average Nevada household spends almost $300 a week on groceries, according to a new study that shows about 8.7% of all consumer spending in the state goes for food at home. Almost a tenth of your income. So we'll make it easy numbers. If you made 1,000 doll hairs a week, 100 doll hairs goes to food. That's a lot of doll hairs for food. Don't you think? That puts Nevada at tie. Wow, we're tied with Alabama. If we had a mayor like Eric Adams, our mayor would say crazy shit like, Alabama? What the fuck's in Alabama? Anyway, I'm sorry. That puts that puts Nevada at a tie with Alabama, 14 in the nation for the share of spending that goes to groceries. The U.S. average is 8%. What is y'all average? How much do you spend? Could somebody tell me? But in terms of the actual cost, Nevadans $295 per week, ranked at number 4, only behind Hawaii and Alaska. Hawaii was at $334, Alaska $329, and California's $298. Wisconsin had the lowest spending per week at $221. I have a big family, so we're spending solid $400, $500 a week, easy, $2,000 a month, easy on just food. Well, my son gonna be big. You crazy. Las Vegas news, although it's not the greatest, a guy ate somebody's face at the bus stop the other morning. Stories out of 8 News now. A man allegedly murdered another man at a bus stop. Wait. Stop moving so fast. I know, but go back to it. A man allegedly murdered another man at a bus stop near the Las Vegas Strip, eating his victim's face in the process. According to documents that 8 News Now investigators obtained, Colin, 29, faces a charge of open murder. Just before 5 a.m. on Sunday, a person called the police about a man who reportedly tackled another man to the ground on Las Vegas Boulevard near Charleston Boulevard. Documents say about 45 minutes later, another person called the police saying a man was on top of another man at a bus stop, eating the other man's face. God. While in police custody, Colin was going in and out of consciousness. Documents said that he later told officers he is unhoused and was awake for 5 days straight because something was possessing him. We have a mental health problem in this country. Today's Monday, Mental Health Mondays. It's tough, and working a 9 to 5 and trying to do your side gigs isn't easy. Don't eat nobody's face and kill them at the bus stop, please. Be nice. Be nice. You shouldn't do that. Do you understand that it's just not nice to eat someone's face? What the fuck is wrong with you? That was it. Those are the stories for last week. That was it. It's all I had. I think we covered a lot of things. I should be back on Wednesday. If I'm not back on Wednesday, I'm back on Friday. And we'll have a great old time. But I'm trying to come back on Wednesday and Friday with all the beef going on. I know. Shut up. It's for drama. But before we go, let's cover lightly the Drake and Kendrick beef because everybody's talking about it. The only thing that I can say is this. Drake is a very smart person. Kendrick is a very smart person. Don't think that Drake has lost quite yet. Do I think he bowed out? Yes, I think that last song yesterday, which I caught totally on the flim flam. I literally just turned on YouTube and it was right there. Me and Mandy heard it and I was like, oh, this sounds a little weak. Say what you want about Kendrick. Even if they did give him misinformation, how come no one has said that? What if the misinformation is on Drake's side? What if Kendrick doesn't really have any problems with his wife and he lives a very, very happy life in a modest home and makes all his millions and doesn't have to worry about rappers and rap beefs, and all he does is worry about his kids and his old lady because he's a real man? Maybe there is no T. Maybe Dave Free was sent to do what he's doing just to see. But hey, what do I know? I'm just a hip hop fan. All I do is write hits. You remember? That's why you're here, silly goose. Hip hop is fun. Now, I don't like talking about people's babies. I will talk to you about you and how much I hate you But I won't talk about your kids. I can't. I've tried. I thought about it when I dissed in my last album. I got a good diss song on there, and know the difference between Kendrick's his whispering when he's speaking and he's being direct, and then notice how Drake does it, and it's just not the same. It just doesn't hit the same. There's a lot to say for that. Beef is not for the weak. Beef ain't for everybody either. The accusations that are getting thrown around, a regular man might crumble under just the accusations alone. So Drake can say whatever he want to say, but I think the fact that Kendrick's wife hasn't said anything says a lot, because hello, she's riding with her man. Like, my girl would know in a situation, just get out the way. I'm blowing everything up. And if I got to talk about your kids, we might as well just fight. We just going to go to the door. I'm going to call Gilbert. Yo, let's go. We going to knock on doors. Come outside. What you mean? What you say about my kid? What? Dave, who? Look, when it comes to hip hop, don't get offended. Appreciate it. Understand that these two men are sitting there and have so much damn, this can't be a bad word. This has to be a word that these two gentlemen have imagination, creativity, and ability that not too many people have. There's very few rappers that are left with these abilities. And shout out to Ross for showing y'all what the last generation was able to do. I think Kendrick was slow walking the dog just to see what Drake really had. I don't understand why he did it. I can't really put my finger on what happened, but something did occur. I'm not surprised about Drake hiding a baby. I have 19-year-old kids. Like, I have grown-ass daughters. Thank God I raised them well and do not have teen babies, and my kids didn't make my mistakes. So Drake can say he's hiding his kid. I'm not hiding my kids. I just don't post my kids for y'all to fucking see. One, but don't think that this whole hiding the kid thing is going to be the end of this shit. The kid situation that's frustrating me is this whole underage thing with Drake. And that's all I got. Everybody else has said everything. Everybody has a hot take. Everybody. Philip DeFranco's covering the Kendrick and Drake beef. It's gotten much worse. I don't know about gotten much worse. I just think it's been a great battle. I think it's been really good for hip hop. It puts a lot of shine on hip hop. And I'm happy to see that we have artists that even have these abilities. It is scary to think that one day they won't be able to do something like this. Terrifying. But anyway, my name is Kasabian. Live in the moment. Don't live in the past. Be safe. Stay dangerous. Lavoe loves you. I promise y'all. Let me see. Do I have my diss song on here? I don't. No, that's not a diss song. This ain't a diss song either.
Yo te estoy diciendo a ti que te calles y tú te callas. ¿Entendiste o no entendiste?
Hey, this is one of my favorite songs that I can't play. This is like one of my favorite songs I've ever written. I love the beat. The producer was from Germany at the time, and I think it's a really, really good song. But I start the line, watch.
I just wanna hit the city, pop a bottle, Diddy. Who's coming with me? I'm trying to move on, make it right back.
Fucking Diddy.
And I ain't sweating that, so tell the DJ bring it.
I need to make some music,
Yeah.
y'all.
This is the Empire.
I hope we
Yeah.
had a good show. It's been a while.
No slaves.
I'm back though. I feel
3.
good. It felt
Let's go.
good.
On God. Yep.
It's a good song.
Yeah. Lavoe. And it's still no sleep. No. Tryna live out my dream. Yeah.
started out with a team, and that was just me. Empire to the death of me. I guess I'm out here reaching my destiny. Started off with an epiphany. Now I can drop 100 bands at Tiffany's. Yeah. Still Tim's in the white tee. Still me and wifey. Couple stores and I might be buying malls. Come watch me. Matter of fact, you can miss me. After I'm gone, I know they gon' miss me. Hate me, they can forget me. He didn't change, he's still the same. Cocky as fuck, complacent as ever. Yeah. That's Kasabian. Okay. Go ask mama now. Yeah. Influenced by Eminem. Aggressive like 50 Cent. Pretty like Brad Pitt. Making money like Trump did. Hitting me like I'm Tyson. I get in ghost in that rose gold Rolls Royce. You already know.